abusing abusers is abusive. I just had a, what do they call it in the days of pre-programmed responses, a rude awakening after participating in a discussion, you might call it, last night on a Destiny haters video. In fact, I just left a comment about the video. She was making claims that, well, they weren't my experience, and it took about 24 hours to get a response about how she had reached her conclusions, and they were, being threatened along the way by another abuser. You know, I'm not, well, I'm realising me, I'm obviously got abuse inside me, so I've abused myself, I haven't cleared it. Realising self-forgiveness actually doesn't do anything. Interesting. What was it? The comment was self-forgiveness doesn't actually do anything, and I responded with, it's giving me something. I can't remember the details, though I realised today that self-forgiveness is a way of testing, a tool to test one's self-honest application of one's self within process. Perhaps I'm not 100% got it down to an explanation. So she's making claims about police. Interesting, I'm defending the police. That's very interesting in itself, that police will use methods that are close to torture, was her actual words, and she reached the conclusion from researching reports in the library or the internet, thousands of lawsuits, newspaper articles and documentaries on the subject, and they're the only ones made public. Well, I've been being arrested since I was 11 years old, although last time I got arrested was when I was 47-ish. Fuck, I wouldn't like to count how many times I've been arrested, and I've never been refused water. It's actually illegal to refuse water in the West, and if one experiences such things, one must make an official complaint, because they have procedures. One must make an official complaint. Sleep deprivation, you're more likely to get deprived of sleep because of some other nutter in the fucking cells keeping you awake, banging and shouting. Anyway, during the discussion she says nobody in Destiny shares anything with anyone, blah 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 blah, and how she can't deal with this, that and the other, and I took it that she meant she couldn't understand process because no one had assist her. So I write her a letter saying, a communication saying I'll assist her. She comes back and says, Have you any idea how many desteni bots have offered to talk to me and assist me despite the fact that I openly oppose all the organisation stands for, blah 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 blah? And responded to that with no, obviously not, because if I had known you had already been offered assistance, why would I waste my time caring? And so, the exit from your conversation, which I'll quote in a minute, I sent with the invitation. I have not it in front of me, so I forgive any misquotes. Members of the forum never share anything, blah blah blah. Well, thanks for being honest eventually. No, I have tested dishonesty versus honesty myself, along with every other application I apply, and honesty cannot be beaten. A person's dishonesty will reveal sooner or later, and justice does always prevail eventually, almost like a natural law one way or another. Now fuck off and cry. You will soon anyway. Get it over with, abuser. That I believe now that was a mistake to react in that way, but the original comment that got me to offer to assist her was, nobody in Destiny shares anything with anyone. Let me get the full fucking script out. Probably more illuminating if I can find it. Anyway, it just makes me realise that I tried to make an agreement with all, and how can you agree something with all when all doesn't want to agree? And I'm not going to hold myself back because all do not want to consider all life in existence and create a world that all can live. See, what they try to do though is they end up trying to use your rationale. Well, all life must, all right has a right to live in dignity and therefore should be given that right. They then start to use the fact that you're willing to defend all life in existence as the point of abuse. I mean, I know nobody from Destiny needs me to tell them this. I'm surprised I needed to fucking learn further, because I did already know. I can't find a full fucking, I've got it here somewhere. I need to get some more RAM for this computer, it's too slow. I've got to spend some time with this community. I got the whole fucking, I got the whole discussion and then went and deleted all my comments. Fucking hell, there's like 35 pages of it, although it was Ryan had liked the video, and I saw Destiny versus police interrogation, and it was relevant to a video I made that I actually lost, so I haven't got it. So that was the reason I clicked on it. Watched the video, left my initial comment, which questioned how she reached the conclusions that she reached. I met her before through my interaction with Creasel Goldstein or something she's called, interestingly enough. Though I think Goldstein was a good guy, wasn't he? Well, it says so in the book I've got of his. Okay, I can't find it. What I can find though is my initial output to the video. If one believes they have anyone to turn to, they are deceiving themselves. She's saying when you're in police custody, they'll deprive you of anyone to turn to. If one believes they have anyone to turn to, they are deceiving themselves. If one has no fear, one will not fear. They'll deprive you of anyone to turn to and frighten you. It is illegal to refuse water. If it ever occurs, an official complaint must be made. You make assumptions that suggest you are in the realm of make-believe here. Destiny process is difficult, though I cannot relate to your metaphors. You're then using it as metaphors for saying destiny process is torture. Well, too fate could be described as torturous, and destiny process perhaps could be, because the realisation of oneself and what one has accepted and allowed oneself is ordeal-ish at times, though. I mean, then accepting and allowing yourself to define yourself as going through an ordeal is stupidity in itself anyway. How we each decide how to apply, process ourselves for ourselves, considering all life, existence as life, self-directed. All the best, which I won't be using that sign off line anymore, all the best. It's been happening all along this, that being pushed and pulled between the agenda and the non-agenda as such, and I refuse to participate in actuality with anything that anybody else is putting forward, though yeah, destiny, irrefutably unquestionable, or unquestionably irrefutable. Not quite sure which way around it goes yet, though. It's interesting that video from Bernard that I listened to last night that says no one has yet put the whole thing together as a whole, the dimensional communication. Yeah, right, I haven't done, though. Yeah, I think that is the point, isn't it? Time's up. This video is called Abusing Abusers is Abusive. I forgive myself that I have allowed myself to abuse myself by believing that abusing an abuser will assist me with my own accepted and allowed abuses. I'm getting there. Thank you very much, Destiny. Thank you very much, Destiny.